poem we are analyzing is My Country and My People by writer Li Feng in 1976. That period was one of great changes in Singapore, with instabilities after the separation from Malaysia. This poem questions the meaning of patriotism in nationhood. My country and my people are neither here nor there, nor in the comfort of my preferences. If I could even choose, at any rate, to fancy is to cheat, and worse than being alien or subversive without cause is being a patriot of the will. I came in the womb of babies, not guns, a daughter of a better age.
I held a pencil in a school while the age was quelling riots in the streets or cutting down those foreign devils whose books I was being taught to read. Thus privileged, I entered early the Lion City's jaws, but they sent me back as fast to my shy, forbearing family. So, I stayed in my parents' house and had only household cares. The city remained a distant way, but I had no land to till, only a dog that would not lay, and a runt of a papaya tree, which also turned out to be milk.
Then I learned to drive instead, and praise the highways till I saw them chop the great trees down and plant the little ones, impound the hungry buffalo, the big ones and the little ones, because the cars would not be curbed, nor could the population. They built mini flats for a multi-mini society. The chiseled profile in the sky took on a lofty attitude, but modesty at any rate. It made the tourists feel at home. My country and my people, I never understood. I grew up in China's mighty shadow, with my gentle brown-skinned neighbors, but I kept diaries in English. I sought to grow in humanity's rich soil, and started digging on the banks, then saw life carrying my friends downstream, yet carefully tending of the human heart. Make 100 flowers bloom, and perhaps fence-sitting neighbor, I claim citizenship in your recognition of our kind. My people and my country are you, and you my home.
The themes discussed, including the rampant development of the country, wanton posturing for tourists, post-colonial insecurity and envy, are relevant even now, 36 years after the poem was actually first composed. In this way, the poem has a universal, lasting quality that transcends the period during which it was written. More importantly, this begs the question, has Singapore really progressed since then?
The poet uses first-person point of view to present a thematic concern from her perspective, as though she herself is speaking. Through the inhibited flow of words, the poet shares her anxieties publicly. As such, she is able to give her viewpoint on the story, and we are able to decipher the problems faced during that period of time. This helps us vividly understand it by linking it to a history. The line where whose books I was being taught to read is written in brackets tells us the irony where they studied the books of the same colonial masters with whom they protested.
The poem also made use of imagery along the first-person point of view as mentioned above. The use of imagery can be seen being constantly used throughout the poem to allow the readers to actually image the kind of picture that the poet wants us to visualize. The images created by the poet is relevant to many of us, especially the Singaporean readers, as we can all imagine and picture some of the image that she wants us to visualize. They built mini flats for a multi-mini society, which in this case refers to the government building HDB buildings for us citizens that are made up of different religion and races. This poem was chosen due to a main reason. Being a Singaporean, I've realized that it is important to know more about the actual history and the roots of my own country. Hence, the poem has actually reached out to me and allowed me to understand my country and the history of it better. The poem speaks about the problem and the crisis that our country faced and the questioning of patriotism and nationhood. The poem has also allowed me to understand the hardships that our forefathers went through and the efforts they took to build our country to this present day and age, through the imagery that was used in the poem that helped me in visualizing the image.
I chose this poem due to the patriotism I have towards Singapore, and that this was really appealing to me. Singapore's history was something I always wanted to know about, and this poem not only gave me the information, it also helped me look at the situation from a victim's perspective. Hence, I was able to visualize it and have a deeper understanding of the whole scenario.